We are raised on polished images, smiling faces, perfect homes, flawless skin, tidy answers. But beneath all this, there's a quiet tension, a pressure to get it right, to be enough, to fix everything that's messy or broken. Somewhere along the way, we absorb the idea that imperfection is a problem, that it must be hidden, or worse, corrected. But what if it isn't? What if the cracks aren't flaws, but entrances? There's an ancient Japanese art form called Kintsugi. When a ceramic bowl breaks, it isn't thrown away. Instead, the cracks are filled with gold. The breakage is honored, and the object becomes more beautiful for having been broken. It's not just repaired, it's transformed. That's the spirit of embracing imperfection. In the West, we've been taught to chase an ideal. The perfect partner, the perfect job, the perfect version of ourselves. But perfection is a moving target. It demands exhaustion. It leaves no room for softness, and it feeds the quiet belief that we are never quite enough. But imperfection, that's where life actually breathes, where mystery lives, where authenticity begins. When we stop trying to be perfect, something unexpected happens. We soften, we become real, we laugh at our mistakes. We allow others in, not to impress them, but to connect with them, because it's through our imperfections that we become relatable. It's how we say, "I'm human too." There's a quiet strength in someone who has stopped hiding, the woman who no longer wears a mask to cover her scars, the man who admits he doesn't have it all together, the friend who laughs at their flaws instead of apologizing for them. They aren't broken, they are awake. Carl Jung once said, "I'd rather be whole than good." And being whole means holding the light and the dark, the triumphs and the failures, the wisdom and the wounds. To be whole is to accept the full range of what it means to be alive, not only when we shine, but when we stumble, when we fall apart, and still choose to rise. Think of the people who've moved you most. Were they perfect, or were they real? Did they impress you with flawlessness, or touch you with their honesty? Imperfection carries a tenderness that perfection can never reach. In a world obsessed with filters, rawness is rare, and therefore precious, because rawness means truth, and truth is vulnerable. It's messy, it's unpolished, but it's also what sets us free. You see, we weren't made to be flawless. We were made to feel, to learn, to fall short, and keep going anyway. Real life doesn't happen in the highlight reels. It unfolds in the quiet mornings filled with doubt, in the awkward silences, in the moments when you look at yourself and think, "I'm still figuring this out." And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's human. So keep your cracks, let them breathe, let them tell the story of who you are, not the version you think the world wants, but the one that has lived, endured, loved, lost, and kept showing up. Because there is a kind of beauty that can only be born from imperfection, the kind that doesn't demand attention, but earns respect, the kind that doesn't shout, but speaks straight to the soul. When you choose to show up as you are, without the mask, you give others permission to do the same. And that is the quiet revolution. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more honest ones. People who say, "This is me, still healing, still learning, still growing." And in that raw, unfinished state, you are enough. Not when you reach the peak, not when every flaw is smoothed out, but now, as you are. So let your life be a mosaic, made of broken pieces, mended gently, held together with love, and glimmering with gold. Because the story of your becoming isn't meant to be hidden. It's meant to be lived, out loud, whole, beautiful, and forever, unfinished.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.